all know that ancient Egyptians, Romans, and Persians all used pigeons to carry messages? Yeah, if you look back on communication back then, it's changed a lot. Today I would like to talk about the major developments in communication throughout history. When somebody today thinks about communication, we often think about modern technology. Cellular devices, cell phones, text messages, emails. But if you look back in the past, it started with cave drawings. I chose this topic because I personally have an interest in history and communication. Today I would like to talk about the early forms of communication, invention of writing, and the rise of digital communication. So let's start by looking at early forms of communication. In the beginning, we didn't have languages or writing, so we had to use nonverbal communication. According to the University of Minnesota in June of 2013, they used gestures, body language, and facial expressions. Then they moved on to primitive symbols, like cave paintings and petroglyphs, which can be found in the network of caves in Lesotho. They often use symbols to demonstrate animals or stories or events. Now, while they use that for stories, once they started to develop languages, they used oral traditions, which is basically storytelling for passing down information to generations. Many indigenous cultures often use this to preserve heritage and teach. Now that we've explored early communication, let's transition on over to the invention of writing. It started with cuneiform writing, which is done by the Mesopotamians in 3300 BCE. And then hieroglyphics, which were done in 3000 BCE by the Egyptians. According to Luke Rosa, which no date was provided in his article on early writing systems. These were used to help document law, trade, and culture. Then came along the Greek and Latin alphabets. This made writing much more accessible. From those two alphabets came the Phoenician alphabet, which is used for the basis for modern writing. Then, in 1440, Gutenberg came out with his press. This was used to democratize information, and it even sparked the Renaissance. After this happened, information was used much more easily to spread and increase literacy rates. Now let's continue to delve into the rise of digital communication. In 1800, the telegraph was revolutionary and helped long-distance communication and even made the speed of message delivery much faster for daily lives and news. Internet creation in the late 20th century was popular. According to anti-petrocide with Statista in May 22, 2024, in 2023, it was found that there were over 5.4 billion users of the internet. This transformed personal relationships and marketing. Now, with new technology comes new challenges. Today, info spreads very easily, which means misinformation also spreads very easily. This means fake news and just many other things, which spreads rapidly and impacts public opinion. Now, let's summarize what we've learned. Today, we reviewed early forms of communication, the invention of writing, and the rise of digital communication. The evolution of communication has shaped human interaction in society, and understanding this history helps us navigate throughout our interconnected world today. Thank you so much for listening.